Hello, everybody. Welcome to our weekly team calls. Tristan here, Ruby Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide and proud leader of Odyssey to Gems, which is our team page. Don't mind my hair. Like, the humidity wasn't bad until we went to the park. It looks like I have like a bozo hat on or something. Kind of love it. Always something to look at, right? So excited to be doing Huddle with you guys tonight. I love Tuesdays because I just get together with some of my favorite people and really talk life with you guys and talk business and just talk about awesomeness that Plexus is and that each of you guys are and what a blessing you guys are on my life. So tonight, we're going to talk about something that really, I guess I should silence my phone as it's beeping. Going to talk about something tonight that I think is important with everything that's going on in the world right now. I think it's important with the team, with summer upon us, with schools getting ready to start back up for so many of us as parents, but also for some of us that are returning to school to get our master's and doctorates and everything else that's going on. So I'm speaking very much from my heart tonight to you guys, and going to be a little vulnerable, but that's okay. If there's any place I can ever be vulnerable, I know it's with my amazing team. So without any further ado, a couple things for housekeeping. We have book club that is after this. Also Thursday, this week we have two opportunities for opportunity events, Zoom opportunity events. Thursday, there is going to be one that is going to be a part of Elena Tippy's team. I have the graphic. So if anybody is interested in an opportunity Zoom on Thursday, I have that. I'm going to be sharing my financial testimony on hers, and she's opened it up to anybody on our team as well that has any prospects they want to get on. And then Sunday, we have our normal one that we do on Sundays at 3 p.m. That's the opportunity Zoom then as well. So that is just a couple events that's coming up. The end of the month is upon us, so make sure that you guys are placing your orders. Make sure that you're reaching out to any of our customers that maybe have preferred orders that have it processed. Reach out to them along with any ambassadors you have on your team. Sometimes people's credit cards just don't go through, and I know that happened to me this month, and I truly didn't know it was an issue until we didn't have our products. And then I almost wanted an ambassador to remind me that mine didn't process, because then I ran out of Slim, and that's like a big no-no, right? Like, holy smokes, it was bad in this household, let me tell you. So make sure that you guys are reaching out to anybody's orders if they haven't processed. Just because if they are like in an entered status, don't think that people, if they haven't processed, they just don't want them. Some people really, really appreciate that reminder that, hey, something's going on, you might want to see what it is. So that's my housekeeping little tidbits for you guys tonight. Okay, tonight we're going to talk about value and what value means. The actual definition of value is based on worth, how much someone is worth to you, or how much an object is worth to you, and how it can, what it amount is that's on your life. Value is placed a lot of the times towards a dollar amount, so people will talk about value in terms of it's worth so much money, but really there's so many other meanings to the word value. And personally, for me, when I think of value, when I think of things that are valuable in my life, they're very precious, or they're important, or they're priorities that are in my life. And it's amazing to me how much value that people put on things, or how much value people do not place on things, and how important that truly is, and what that image is that it has to deal with our life. So an example of this is value can be judged in so many ways. And I guess my thing about this on a personal level is from one godly sister to another, or godly sibling to another, godly child to another. Each of you on our team and each of us in this world are invaluable. There is no price that is great enough for us. Each of us are children of God, and therefore in that are made perfectly in His image. We're all different, which makes us all unique, but we were all perfectly knit together in our parent or our mother's womb, and was given this life by God, right? And so each of us, the value that is on our life, the value of life is immeasurable. And there isn't something that someone can say, well, my life is more valuable than this life, or this person's life is more valuable than that. That doesn't exist. We're all children of God. We're all equally loved by God, right? By our Savior. And so I think that that is incredible. If you sit back and take 2 seconds and think about that and think about the value of your life and what you're meant to live, it opens up a whole nother array of this world that we live in and our purpose and what our purpose is for life. And when you sit back and think about it for 2 seconds and you go, yeah, but I don't really know if I have enough, I don't know if I have enough influence, right? I don't know if I have enough influence to talk to people, or I don't know if I have enough influence to be a good leader, or I don't know if I have enough influence to help others change their life. I want you to take that back a second to the value of that is. Others judge you by the value that you place on your own life, okay? So a lot of times, how others view your value goes to the core of how you value yourself. So when you think of really influential people, like when I think of, okay, so I don't know if anybody watches the news. I truly do not, but last night, Michelle Obama spoke at the Democratic Convention. I think that's what it's called. I'm not even sure, to be honest with you. But my newsfeed was blowing up about this awesome speech. So because it was on Facebook, I listened to it, and talk about amazing. Her speech was awesome. It was valuable. It was a proud moment for women and for our country, okay? Put your political views aside. That's not what this is about, but it's truly just about a valuable speech. Based on that speech alone, Michelle Obama values herself, okay? She values herself, and so therefore others see her as a valuable person. Does that make sense? She values herself. So therefore, the outside view of what you see to her is valuable. Others see value in her because of who she is or how she represents herself. So the way you feel about yourself and how that self-confidence that you have yourself is a looking glass of how others will view you. If you want to be a good leader, if you want to be an influential person, then your self-value, your self-worth has to be big enough that others will find that appealing, that others will come to that. Now, I don't want that to be fake, right? We don't want that to be fake. I want each of you to know how amazing each of you are, how amazing your personality is, how amazing the person you are. You are created in the image of God. You are priceless. You are a child of God, okay? Each of us are unique. Each of us have our own gifts. The value that you have in this team, in this life, as a mother, as a father, as a sister, as a brother, as a teacher in your job, whatever that may be, you are worth something. If no one has ever told you that before, hear me, you guys. You are loved. You matter. You matter in this world. You matter to this team. I say this to my team all the time, and I truly mean it. The people that are on our team were put here for a reason. You were handpicked by God for our team for a reason, whether that be for Plexus or for not. You are valued. You are valuable. So it's important to truly understand that. And when we can understand value, when you can understand how much you mean to this team, to your family, to yourself, to life, that trickles down to every part of your life. When you think of successful people, when we think of happy people, when you think of priorities, right? Like, so for me, my priorities are first and foremost, to speak, right? No, first and foremost, God. Second of all, my family. And then third, my Plexus business, truly, and my work ethic and who I am. Was speaking with a coworker today, and she said, you know what, Tristan, I have known you for a long time, and you are a hard worker. You are a valuable asset to our team. And that's kind of how this all started for me, because I said back to her, thank you. I'm very proud of what I do. When I commit to something, I do it successfully. Like, I want to be a valued member. I see myself as valuable. The job that, like, George and I talk about this all the time, my husband. Okay, so I dropped my phone. I'm going to tell you a secret, okay? I dropped my phone in the toilet on Saturday, and it stopped working. And I went to Verizon, and the guy was like, I'm like, the volume's not working. And he's like, okay, well, let me look at it. He didn't ask me what was wrong, so I didn't lie. So therefore, I didn't have to tell him I dropped him in the toilet. He looked at it and said, oh, it's on headphone mode. We've had 3 phones like this turned in this week. I'll ship you a new one. He never asked me what happened, so therefore I never had to divulge the information, okay? It was an honest thing. I'm away with it with a clear conscience. It's okay. And so then I got this new phone, and George was trying to help me do it, okay? And I know nothing technologically. I am not technologically gifted. But if you ask me something about blood pressure, you ask me something about an IV, you ask me something about a cardiac arrhythmic strip, y'all, I can point that PVC out to you, no problem, okay? I am a valuable nurse, and I am a kick butt nurse. You need a nurse? Call Tristan, because I will be there for you. I am a valuable nurse. I know my value. My value as a nurse, I went to school for that. I worked for that. It's off the chart. I love it. I am a valuable Plexus ambassador. I have a kick butt home business. I am a phenomenal wife. I am an awesome godly daughter. Know what you are. Claim that. That is your value. And when I can tell you guys with confidence, others see that. Others want that. Okay? So when you are valued, when you are valuable, that shines off of you and that draws other people to you. Okay? And that is something that maybe you don't believe that right now. Maybe you don't feel like a valued member of your family or a valued member of society, or maybe you don't feel like this business is something you can succeed in. It starts with telling yourself. It starts with believing it. And that belief comes from others breathing that into you. That belief comes from others speaking that life over to you. And if you don't have enough belief right now, y'all, I got enough belief for all 300 plus people on our team, okay? I can carry it for you until you develop your own, because that's how much I believe in your value. That's how much I believe in this business for you. But in general, more than anything, in this opportunity for your family. Do I want each and every one of you to have optimal health and wellness? Absolutely. I want all of us to be whatever your image of health and wellness is. But more than anything, I want you guys to understand this opportunity. I want you guys to understand that this opportunity of what Plexus can bring to you is whatever you want it to be. If you're looking for $50 a week to have for a date night, that can be this for you. If you're looking for $500 a month to pay off your student loans, it can be that for you. If you're looking for financial freedom, it can be that for you. And if you're like, I don't believe you, then I want you to go look at Diamond Documentaries. I want you to check out our compensation plan. I want you to get on a phone call with Amber Ike and tell Amber Ike that you don't believe her, because that girl will talk some belief into you, okay? Their life has been changed. She went from a nanny to a stay-at-home mom of twins in foster care that they're about ready to adopt, that she didn't even know that was a part of her life. And they wouldn't have even been foster parents if she hadn't been able to quit her nanny job. And the only way she was able to quit her nanny job is because of Plexus. Talk about God's hand. Talk about God's purpose. Talk about God's gift for our life. When you think about your life and you think about your life in 5 years, whatever you can think of in your head, y'all, it's bigger. God has better plans for you. God has better plans for your future, for your family. But it starts with you. It starts with knowing your value. It starts with knowing how valuable you are and believing that. So this is what my challenge is for you guys today or tonight or tomorrow. I'll let you sleep on it, okay? I'll let you sleep on it. I want each of you to understand. Okay, maybe not understand. I want you guys to recognize your value. I've been doing some coaching calls every week with a couple girls on our team. And one of the things that I've asked them to do is to tell me, is it 5? I don't even remember. 5 things. 5 things that they're good at. It's hard. Sit down and think about 5 things that you're good at. Here's the reality of the situation. Y'all are good at way more than 5 things. But for someone to ask you what those 5 things are, it's hard. It's hard to be like, I don't know. You guys, figure out your value. Know what your value is. Each of you are godly women and men. Each of you are fantastic teachers, wives, moms, sisters, aunts, whatever it may be. You are greater than 5 things, for sure, but claim those things. So tonight or tomorrow, know what you're good at, know what your value is, and think about what's valuable to you. And then I want you to write those things down, and I want you to stare at them and learn them until you believe them. If that's sitting down and staring at it every day. I shared a picture today on Odyssey to Gems. I have to find it on my thing. Of so I have this sticky note that's on my laptop that I look at every morning when I wake, or every morning when I get to work throughout the day. And it's all about value and belief. And it's little notes to myself that I've made. And it says, always speak life. You will always succeed as long as you do not speak death, which means don't be negative. Always speak life. When you are coming up against the enemy, always speak life. Always speak life, over your family. Rebuke the enemy. Cast him aside. You are better than him. You have more for him. You are made for more. Your value is greater than that. Praise God and thank him for his righteousness. He died so that we can claim victory. And this just doesn't mean victory over salvation. This just doesn't mean victory when we die. This means victory over every single thing you're going through. Victory over your evil boss. Victory over that homework assignment. Victory over that $500 check that's killing you. Victory over the IRS. Whatever it may be, there is victory claimed over it. Claim that. You be victorious over all issues in our life. Write down what you're valued. Write down what your value is and know those things and believe them. And if you need someone to breathe life into you, please message me. I would love to do that for you. This whole thing, this life, this Plexus business, it starts with a very simple thing. It starts with knowing your value. You have to have your foundation strong before you can build a house. And that, for majority of everybody, starts with value. Knowing what your value is so that you can build on top of it. Hope you guys found something helpful out of this. Truly wasn't a lot about Plexus, much more about, I guess, what was on my heart and me being very vulnerable with you guys. So I hope you found it helpful. If you missed our team call, please join us next week. I don't always preach church to y'all, I swear, but I do have to tell you, I have a minor in youth ministry. So sometimes it just spills out. I can't help it. But we will see you guys next week, same time, same place. I'm going to end this recording. Those of y'all that are on, if you have questions, stay tuned.